Alright folks, welcome back. For this video, I want to do a quick review of 2020 for World of Tanks. All the vehicles, all the patch notes, and my personal garage update, I guess, of all the vehicles I have. But here is the list from Wargaming of all the new vehicles they added in 2020. Quite a few premiums, obviously, and some special tier 9s for front lines and yada yada. The noticeable double barrel guns of the Soviet heavies with the ST2, but some of these vehicles feel like a retread or just a hybrid of vehicles already in the game, like the Sherman with the AMX-13's turret, or T-77, which is basically somewhat of a T-54E1-ish of a heavy tank with the T-57's turret in a sense, or the T-42, which is basically a T-69's original hull, but with the original turret for it, based on the Patton's turret. But yeah, so let's take a quick look, but we'll go through all the patch notes as well as my own personal battle journey of what I did this year. But so we have the Soviet heavies in January of 2020. I think they're pretty good, and they're certainly fun, but it's a special mechanic. You get used to it. It's like a mini autoloader, if you will, or auto reloader for the Russians, so get all the fun stuff. But the Batchat Boresk in February with the Boresk challenge, did not finish that one, but did not buy it as well. So scumbags firing gold shell with this thing. So I think it's kind of slightly overrated, but that's based on me. It's still a good tank, but accuracy sucks. Aim time is long and penetration is low, but you do have a lot of burst with the gun. So, and it's practically a light tank, but I just hate the toxicity with the gold shell of this thing. You had to force to use gold shell, which Char Future 4 and the Object 777 version number 2 for Frontline and Steel Hunter. Get it for free in March, but Char Future 4 is more of my playstyle, sniping medium across the map. 777 is unproven. I haven't played it as much. Then again, both vehicles I haven't played as much. I just get it for collecting dust. We have the switch of the tech tree with the health and stuff. So introduction of the BT5, the Cavalier, and the T6 medium, but never play all of them, so who knows. IS-2 shielded, you could get it for free. Oh yeah, you get it for free. I got it for free. It's not bad. It's like a IS-2M-ish of a vehicle. Close enough. There are a bunch of IS at tier 7s, but okay. Piece of crap ISU 152K. We don't want to talk about this thing. Motherfuckers. No, not talking about it. Events maximum annual reward for ranked. So they give out, or they're going to give out the Concept 1B coming right up after the final season of ranked battle mode that's concluding into this year, but should be like February or March. Coming up soon, I think, after holiday ops. But next we have the Polish mediums. This is mediocre, decent, okay-ish, very decent, might as well play with the Leopard 1, but still good enough-ish. So I think the tier 9 is the sweet spot, because the tier 9 loader also could have situational awareness, whereas the tier 10 loader doesn't for some reason. Alright, Valiant is, it's a free gift. A46 if you already have previous gifts, so technically 2 gifts for this year. CS52 list, did not finish the challenge, I don't know. But then we also have the American mediums and heavies. That's already practically in the game somewhat. But that's the original M47's Patton turret with the T69's hull into a premium at tier 8. So have a bunch of premium tier 8 mediums for the Americans, and a T77, which is a T57's turret-ish on a Patton's hull, or T54E1. At the Super Chafee for reward. Object 274A. Is it a challenge? Yeah, it's a challenge. Did not finish. The nerfed Panzer 1C. Basante is good. It's a bully at tier 10, tier 8, top tier. GSOR is a Gocho spamming scum. Even though you don't need to go, well, technically, whatever. And Sherman with the AMX 13's turret. I play a lot of this with Gocho. Maybe it's because of the holiday ops giving out premium time, but goddamn, so many gold spammers. Holy crap. So, the only line I was excited about was the ST2, and that was pretty much it. So, vehicle-wise, you get the free tanks from Frontline, you get the free tanks from Steel Hunter, and some of the premium tanks sprinkled in, but it's 2020. Nobody works in the office. Alright, so patch notes, we'll go through the patch notes very quick. It starts out in patch 1.7 with the release of the, actually it's 1.7.1. AMR 35 was 2019's free gift, if I remember correctly, but this function is terrible. I hate it. It just messes up XVM and just makes my life a nightmare. It just crashes the game. I don't care about your stats. You can just hide your stats, but it crashes XVM and crashes the game. Just bleh. Alright. We have the ST2 in the beginning of last year. Dynasty Wars, whatever the fuck that was. I don't know. Was that like the Tigers versus the Dragons? I don't remember. E-mounting kit, great. You don't have to spend 10 gold, and that's a nice feature. I wish you can buy it for like credits instead of freaking gold. Well, then again, make you spend money on gold. 1.8 was the daily and premium missions changing into from the rewards for merit, like the little circle thingy. If you fill 5 circle thingy, you get a little bit more circle thingy and more bonus. Yeah, that was out beginning of the year. Totally forgot about that. But session statistics, nobody gives a shit. I didn't give a shit. Fix some issues and other stuff, whatever. Alright, that was patch 1.8, likely in the spring of last year. 1.9 is the HP buff. Debatable. Kind of kills some tanks like the Panzer 1C and shifting of the tech tree, which I feel just lacks of diversity and makes it super simple and dumb, but whatever. I don't play low tiers. Added a few new gap measures into it. Just make it noob friendly for newbies. Whatever. Alright. Blah blah blah. Interface. Just some RAM improvements. That's also good. Boot camp. Alright, so newbie patch, if we are going to call it. Patch 1.9.1 is adjustable style, vehicle customization with the progressive decals, and didn't really care too much for it because it breaks the goddamn skin mods. You piece of shit. I don't care about your decals. Add like adjustable 3D skins that we can add crap to the vehicle. That would be great. No, fuck you. Battle Pass Season 2. So Season 1 was great. Alright, give you more Battle Passes. I think Battle Pass was added in 2019 or something. I don't remember. I don't know. But yeah, it worked out first time. It worked out great for 3 more rounds. We're going to get a special or upgraded version of Battle Pass 4 with like 3 vehicles or something. I don't know. But Berlin map. Alright. Adjustable adjustable style, yada yada. What? Interact with vehicles and surface type like oil or oil. Ooh, visual effects. Never noticed that. Alright. Lorraine 50T, and we don't even have it. Change some stats buff and other stats buff for all the vehicles. Oof. 1.10 is equipment 2.0. I like it, other than the fact that we don't get that much compensation with all the equipments and the demounting kits. I would like to have infinite demounting kits so you can just rework everything, but you only get like 100 or so with credits. You have to buy it too. Son of a bitch. Added the Polish mediums. Like I said, decent tier 8 and 9. I prefer the tier 9 over the tier 10. That's personal. But only the tier 10 has the turbo mode, whereas the tier 9 doesn't make sense. And I got debated. I did not look at the tank stats initially, and I thought they had turret armor similar to a T-44 or T-54. I was wrong. They have no turret armor whatsoever. Revamped bond mechanics. I still prefer if you can earn more bonds if you get like special epic hero medal or Top Gun medal, whatever medal, and you get some bonds for it. But right now we get the daily missions, which gives out bonds, so it balances out, I guess. Battle communication system, okay, sure, why not? Steel Hunter, yada yada. Progressive decals. EBR got nerfed. Totally forgot about that. Nerfs to the EBRs. Ooh, the heavy tanks that got buffed. Great. And don't play it, but great. Oh, Italians cannot put rammers now. Nerfs. nerf. IS-4 got buffed. KV-3. Oh yeah, totally forgot, but very good buffs. 430U got slightly nerfed-ish. STI got buffed. Oh yeah, the Americans got buffed like crazy, with the T-32 having like about the same DPM as a Action X Carnarvon, or a, I think it has more DPM now than a Jumbo Pershing, maybe, but improved the turret or improved the tumor of the T110E5. Never happened. God damn it. Alright, so 1.10 was pretty decent. Other than the compensation for equipments, but and 1.10.1 was just changes to the equipment so you can demount everything. Ranked battle. And they didn't have the 1.11 for some reason. 1.11 was starting the holiday ops and other stuff. Alright. But overall, 2020 is coronavirus year, so everybody was not working in the office, and therefore you don't get that many stuff, I guess. But then again, it's okay, as expected. I did not find that many enjoyable tech tree lines other than the ST2, but that's like a half a line or even like a third. And the Polish mediums are debatable. I mean, only started to play them at the end of the year with the holiday ops giving out the bonus, but I still prefer the tier 9. So let's take a look at my battle journey through 2020. Your personalized battle journey, so it calculates all the stuff you did this year, I guess. North America and South America. Alright, battle journey plus W. So 2020 best battle this year on April 1st, April Fools, with the Luva. That's the Luva's game, and I killed like 11 players. I was 1v like 6 or 7 at one time, so that was fun. I have the video, and that was insane. I mean, just rush at the Luva while he's hauled down on top of a hill one by one because reasons, and he can gun depress in the Luva. But yep, distance traveled, that I have no how long that is. That's like a bunch of togs into N. Alright, I have no. Is that how much miles is that? 3630 kilometers. 3630 kilometers to miles. 2,000 miles. How wide is miles? Oh, almost the distance from one end of the country to another end of the country. Alright, close enough. Alright, next we have for only 2,724 battles this or last year. Alright. Oh, somebody's missing the background pictures. 1,400 mastery badges, counting like tier 3 or class 3 or class 2 or class 1, so whatever. That's not that important. Favorite tank? The artillery. M5355. Because I'm a scumbag, and this thing is fast. It's great. It has a GW Tiger-ish of a gun, but it is fast. And it has a wide gun arc, so you don't have to shift the freaking vehicle around a lot. I love this thing. So that was the tank of the year. 58% battle rating, whatever, it doesn't matter. I play artillery. That's a skewed. And favorite nation, America, because fucking artillery is America. So America. Alright. Support your style, playing artillery. Oh my god, it just rubs it in. And your favorite class, you play artillery. There you go. Wonderful. Guys, the picture's missing for... Okay, so let's take a final look at my garage and we'll call it a video. So I have 310 vehicles, 6 of whom, or 316 if you count the rentals. Where the hell are the rentals? There they are. Chrysler Arcade, the Jumbo Pershing 703 version number 2. Most of these you can get from a code on Twitch that allows you to rent the vehicles for a few battles or whatever. Never played them. Had them for a long while. Whatever. So we're going to take a look at all my vehicles very quickly, and I'll go through what I think about all the vehicle classes and tech lines or tech trees and whatever. Light tanks, I have a bunch for the Americans. All are pretty decent. I just wish it has the original autoloader for the Bulldog, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, okay. Got all the mediums as well. Can't go wrong with all the mediums. Tech Rewards actually give out the Thunderbolt this year. Got it. It's pretty fun. It's like a slower Sherman Easy 8, but it has armor. Not as much as the Jumbo, but close enough. All the Pattons, all the Pershings. So I think the American medium tank line is pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. I love the tier 10, tier 9's good, tier 8's good, tier 7's decent, tier 6 is good, tier 5 is good. Yeah, I recommend the American mediums if you get a chance, but they're somewhat slower than the counterparts, but they're pretty good in terms of turret armor and gun depression and penetration-ish and DPM. Most of them are about DPM at the higher tiers. American heavies are good. They got buffed. T29, T32. T32 is a beast now, and I still love this thing. I mean, it has almost 2,500 DPM. That's a lot. That's even more than the Jumbo Pershing. Holy crap. I mean, it's pretty good. But did the T29 get buffed? No, it didn't. But DPM's still decent for tier 7 with that much pen and gun depression and turret armor. Still good. Hated the fact that the T54E1 was shifted into a heavy, even though it's a medium. Originally, I was using this crew as my medium tank crew. Now it's too late. Whoops. M103 got buffed. Even more DPM. Holy crap, almost 3,000. Accuracy is not bad. Quick aim time. Gun depression. Not as much as the T32, but whatever. Huh. Don't play the AE Phase 1. T110E5. Holy shit, this thing has that much more. 3,300 DPM? That's crazy. It has a tumor though, so... it's still decent of a heavy tank line, but you stop at tier 9. In my honest opinion. American TDs, all good. Have all of them. Other than tier 10s, I don't play the tier 10s. And I don't play the higher tiers. I play the lower tiers and scum people with Hellcats and stuff. American artillery. Hell yeah. I played this thing. This thing is fun. Tank of the year last year. Wonderful. Probably will be tank of the year this year as well. Germans got nerfed in terms of lower tiers. Panzer 1C cannot machine gun people to death because reasons. Looks still okay-ish. Now it's a little bit worse because more health. All the German mediums are decent. Then again, I play sniping mediums, so I tend to prefer the German mediums. A little bit more over the Russians, but whatever. German heavies got buffed. All are good. Tiger 2 got buffed. This thing has more turret armor now, like 250 or something. Yeah, close enough. It's about the same as E75 originally, and E75 gets a little bit more, a lot better turret front armor. Buff the VK, please. I wish this thing gets buffed. Yeah, buff this thing, please. I like this thing as well as the E75, but both are German, so fuck Germans. E100, don't play high tiers, so can't talk a lot about the high tiers, but mouse is still pretty fun if you know what the hell you're doing. And people will jam Go Chill, but it's a mouse, it's iconic. German TVs are decent. I started playing World of Tanks with German TVs, but I think you would like the Waffen Trigger line. Everything stops at tier 9 for some reason. Tier 10 sucks. I mean, Grove 15 is just bleh. I like my Yak Panzer E100, but that's a meme. That's a gigantic stupid meme. And my German artillery, which I played a lot of before I had the M53, 55. Russian lights, got a bunch. They have Troyish armor, so that's their main feature, but yeah, okay. I stopped playing light tanks a while ago. People don't shoot at stuff you spot, so Russian mediums, yeah, can't go wrong. Especially with the T54 line into the Object 140, which got buffed. So this thing is actually pretty good again. I mean, DPM's off the charts, quick to aim, decent accuracy, gun depression, and penetration is also not that bad. If you put a turbocharger, it goes pretty quick as well, 60 km/h top speed. It's not as fast as the Leopard 1, but yeah, it's not as fast. This thing got nerfed, it's still decent. I mean, it's no longer like ubiquitous, but still pretty decent. And T62A is still, I think, pretty good if you know what you're doing. Also got the K91, but this thing is one more round per minute than the rest, but you do have limitations. You do have more pen, but a lot better accuracy and quicker to aim too. So this is the best medium tank gun for a rapid firing tier 10. But Russian heavies, you cannot go wrong, especially with the IS line all the way to the IS-7. So all are good. I prefer having a little bit more armor in terms of the STI, but that's just me. STI is one of the favorite of mine, but ST2 is also pretty goddamn fun. So I dumped all the crew books into the ST2 just because female crew, I guess. Whatever. This thing got buffed. Haven't played it as much, but hey. Then again, I haven't played the IS-7 as much as well. I played the 705A for ranked battle mode, so this thing is surprisingly troll-ish, but cannot make it work with the 277 for some reason. Oh well. Russian heavies into Russian tank destroyers. I love the original ISU 152. Haven't played it in a long while, but the gun just a disappointment from the original BL-10. You motherfuckers. This thing is surprisingly fun for the Russian artillery. This thing is fast. This thing is accurate. This is not a bad artillery. These are debatable. They're bulky. They're somewhat slow, like the GW Tigers. But at the end, this thing is fun. The 261. British mediums. Cannot go wrong with British mediums as well. Cromwell, Comet, Centurions. Centurion Action X could be a little bit better. Yeah. Other than the tier 10, British mediums are also not that bad, especially with the premiums as well, like with the 5-1 or the Cromwell B. Sherman Firefly is good. Sherman's, yeah, all right. British heavies are good. Black Prince is debatable, but Carnarvon's good. Faturian and Conquerors, Super Conqueror, all good. British tank destroyers are debatable, but I like the Tortoise. The Badger is not as much as the Tortoise. I prefer the Tortoise, but played the Tortoise a lot. And the Doomstick. The Doom, the Death Star. This thing's fun. I mean, I never bought the 4005, so this thing's way more fun than the usual. But Frenchies are debatable. I'm still trying to figure out how to make the cars work. So, haven't played light tanks in a long ass while, so cannot make the cars work. But I'm trying to get it to work. But French mediums, debatable on which one's good, which one's not. It's only the autoloaders at higher tier is more suitable to my playstyle, like the Char Feature 4 or the Batchet. Obviously, put turbocharger, make this thing go zoomy. But haven't played the Batchet in a long ass while as well. Oh well. Autoloading French heavies, it's okay. I mean, I haven't played any of my tanks in a long ass while. Haven't played this tank last year, I don't think. I have a lot of tanks. A lot. Don't play it. Starting to get through the French tank destroyers and finish the French artillery this year. Prefer the Czechoslovakian medium tanks at higher tiers, other than the TVP VTU, which is a freaking tumor of a goddamn terrible tank. STB got buffed in terms of the hydraulics, but unproven. Haven't played mine in a long while as well. Fat Man Japanese heavies, the kaijus, haven't played them in a while as well. They're basically pinatas in terms of gold shells. Chinese light tanks, haven't played them in a long while. They feel like not as accurate as other counterparts, and that's a medium tank. Yeah, not as accurate. 0.38. Yeah, it's okay. 0.34. A little bit longer of an aim time, but this is a 75mm though. 85mm. Never mind. Close enough, but Chinese mediums gets a weird treatment because their accuracy is terrible, and the new slots with the terms of the equipments are not as forgiving with the Chinese medium. So don't know how you're going to dedicate like 2 aiming assist based equipment for the Chinese mediums when you have the mobility based for the first slot. So oh well, but that doesn't apply to the 121B. So this is more of a L7 type of a gun. So Chinese heavies are not bad, so you cannot go wrong with the 110. This thing is pretty good. It's like a IS-3, but a lot better pike nose armor, pretty much. WZs all pretty decent. Making my way down the tank destroyer line. This is what I think is basically a ISU 152 with some armor, and that's pretty much it. It's not good, but I like my ISU. Play through all the Polish mediums this year, but I think I still prefer the tier 9 over the tier 10. Just personal reference. This thing has 3000 DPM. This thing has only slightly more DPM. Just slightly. Well, this thing is somewhat smaller, right? Yeah, close enough. I still prefer the tier 9 over the tier 10. And the Polish heavies, had it for a long time, a year or so, but don't play it. Play it only in ranked battle mode and somewhat seldomly as well. Swedish tanks are good. Swedish mediums are good. Prefer Swedish high tier mediums, so high tier mediums are always good. High tier heavies are also decent. The mills are good, as well as the tank destroyers. I play most of the STRV S1 as a credit earner, so this is my go-to other than the Scorpion G or Scorpion. And we're finish up with the Projectos, which nobody plays. I don't play the Projectos. It got nerfed though. Nerfed. So there you go, folks. That's my garage. The video has been dragging on too long, but what I recommend as a newbie into World of Tanks is American mediums. Always good. I like my Patton. Patton got buffed a while ago, but still. The M47 Patton-ish at tier 9 is also pretty good. A lot of DPM. So these are all fun. American heavies, tier 7 to tier 9, all good. Tier 10 is debatable. Surprisingly, a lot of the tier 10 sucks compared to the tier 9s. Tier 9 is a very good sweet spot, like E50s or T-54s or whatever, or the Patents or Centurions. Yeah, that's a very prime good example of a good tier 9. But unlocked pretty much everything when I play World of Tanks. Unlock everything, American tech tree. Unlock everything in the German tech tree. I already unlocked these with blueprints, so whatever. I don't have the money to buy everything, but I locked everything close enough. And the Russians, pretty much everything. Yeah, everything. Didn't buy everything. British, other than the light tank, which I don't want to play, but I locked it with blueprints because I have enough blueprints. British mediums are good. British heavy tanks are good, especially the heavies, starting at tier 8. Black Prince is okay if you know what the hell you're doing, but yeah, Super Conqueror, one of the best. Russian heavies, always IS line, you cannot go wrong. Into the IS-7, Object 257, great. T-10 into the 277, great. The heavy tanks with the KV-3 is practice. You need practice with those, but still pretty good. IS-4 got buffed, STI got buffed. Only the KV-4 got a turret buff, but it has some other buffs, like with the gun or stuff. Yeah. And we already talked about the British. Frenchies, lights, mostly with the cars. You cannot go wrong with the cars. Situational heavy tanks, I wouldn't recommend it because this thing sucks at tier 8 unless you're good with the autoloaders, so go with the autoloaders. Or tank destroyer is debatable. I mean, yeah, French are not that good in terms of tank destroying, other than autoloading tank destroying. But you can also try the artillery. Artillery's fast, but you can also go with the fast M53-55. That's also fast. So, yeah. Czechoslovakians, this thing sucks at tier 8. High tiers are good, but this thing just suck. Japanese, the STB is just wonky in terms of the accuracy. I want to like it, but I prefer my Object 140 or the Patent over the STB. Personal preference. Chinese, unlocked everything almost, but I would recommend the high tier heavies. High tier heavies are not that bad. Mediums, it got buffed in terms of the T-34-2, but the gun's accuracy is just a little bit off and takes a little bit way too long to aim. Polish, high tier heavies generally, or medium tanks is good at tier 9 and tier 8. Wouldn't recommend the tier 10, but just play with the Leopard 1, right? Swedes are good. High tier heavies are good. Mediums are good. Tank destroyers are good. All have gun depression or camo or both. So also slope armor. And Polish mediums before the introduction of the Polish heavies. Oh, not Polish, Italian. What the hell am I talking about? Italian heavies. Lack of rammer is one of the. It got buffed in terms of the projectile 46, but I prefer a rammer. So there you go, folks. I still would recommend you start learning which type of playstyle you want, but if you want just a jack of all trades type of deal, Patent, that's good. American heavy, good. British heavy, British medium. German sniping mediums, especially at the higher tiers, or German heavies are decent, starting at Tiger 2 to E75. Those are good in terms of the armor buff, as well as the E100 if you know what the hell you're doing, but that's a toss-up. But there you go, folks. My World of Tanks after playing about 7.5 years or 8 years. Let's see my service record in a sec of how long I played this game, but service record. I started playing when? That's okay. 2013. So almost 8 years. 7.5 years of playing World of Tanks, and only got 6 pools medal. So these are quite fairly rare to get, but yeah, epic medals. Got a bunch of Radley Walters. Nobody cares. Nobody gets the whatever this thing. Oh, kill 14. Yeah, right. You're not killing 14. But yeah, the Luva game was pretty good. It was like the original Jumbo game I had. Jumbo game, I had a pools medal with the Jumbo as well. But yeah, World of Tanks. Play 7 goddamn long years of it. Coming up 8. So old man, I played like 2 college. I played through high school, played through college in terms of how much years I spent playing this game. Play mostly tier 8s or tier 9s. I hate the lower tiers, so don't play lower tiers. And some of the tier 6 or tier 7, but I don't stay long. Play a lot of Germans. Second most is American, then Russians. Rest is whatever. Play the most of tank destroyers. Interesting. You would think artillery, but I played the most of tank destroyers, and then medium tanks, and then heavy tanks, and then light tanks is just ugh. And have a bunch of tanks. Top tier is all artillery because I play a lot of artillery. They nerfed the GW Panther and I sold it. I sold Dracula. Oh well. So there you go, folks. A garage update and how good was 2020. So hopefully this year will not suck as hard, but we have the Concept 1B. Concept 1B coming soon, and that thing should kick some ass. Give me a sec to see the Concept 1B, and I should be hyped for that. Also have enough bonds for some other special tier 10s if they're going to add it into the bond shop, hopefully. But Concept 1B. Oh my gosh, this thing is fast. 20 horsepower per turn ratio, 45 kilometers per hour top speed. I was not wrong. I was not wrong about the speed, but it has DPM's not bad. Gun depression 10 degrees, side armor 120, slope upper plate, and all the funky good stuff. Upper plate is about 200-ish, but usually it's about like that, and it's hard to hit. Turret front, you're not penetrating the turret front, other than shooting at top of the turret, which it's auto bounce. Like they say you can shoot like right here when they're side scraping, and that's the weak spot. It's a very small target. If you hit the turret ring, it bounces. You have to hit very specifically on the low nook on the engine deck. That's the weak spot. But god damn, that's a hard target. So this thing could side scrape, well, pretty well, unless you get trolled into the engine deck. What about reverse side scrape? Huh? You could get shot like right here, but reverse side scrape with this thing. Yeah. Holy fuck. But there you go, folks. 2020. Game over. Coronavirus, it's over. Well, not really. Have to wait for the vaccine, but it was a weird year. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I've been rambling for about 40 minutes. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Don't wanna sell